I am Michelle Martin. My students call me Doc Martin. My title is I'm the Beverly Cleary Professor for Children and Youth Services in the Information School. And I met Beverly Cleary when she was 100. She's 104 now. Yes, she is still alive. And my research is really eclectic. My background is in humanities. I have a PhD in English, specializing in children's literature and composition. And some of the projects that I'm involved in right now are Project Voice, which is an IMLS-funded 3-year grant that is collecting data across the country to find out what librarians are doing outside library walls to serve patrons. And we are creating a toolkit that will help libraries plan outreach with their communities rather than for their communities with a social justice lens and really thinking about outcome-based planning. I'm also on my humanities side, doing a lot of research on the lack of African-American kids in picture books having immersive outdoor experiences, because I'm a lifetime Girl Scout and have had an interest in outdoor spaces for a long time. I'm also working on a book on the collaborative and individual works that Langston Hughes and Arna Bontemps wrote for children, and that's been a long-term project. And Read-A-Rama, which is my passion. I have a nonprofit called Read-A-Rama that uses children's books as a springboard for all the activities. We've had 8 summers of camp. That's a full immersion literacy camp that's really fun for kids ages 4 to 11. And right now, during COVID, my co-founder, Dr. Rachel Washington, and I are hosting 2 story times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 2 Saturdays a month. And many of those feature well-known authors and illustrators. And we always have music, and it's full engagement programming, so it's interactive and lots of things for the kids to enjoy. I've also been doing, I've done 2 study abroads, one of them called Wizards, Wang Doodles, and Whiz Poppers, children's literature in the UK. Took 15 students on that one. Took 12 students to iSchool Down Under, which was Australia and New Zealand, for about a month. And so I have lots of ways to get students involved. I have a number of students who I've been doing independent studies with Read-A-Rama and building curriculum and providing programming for children in the community through the local YMCA or other after-school programs. And we have several students on Project Voice. I've had some students help with editing my book on Arna Bontemps and Langston Hughes, which is called Dream Keepers for Children of the Sun. And I also love taking students on study abroad. So all of those are ways to get involved in working with me. I teach the 563, which is the cultural history of children's and young adult literature. I teach 566, which I'm currently teaching right now, which is resources for digital age teens. So it's both young adult literature as well as lots of electronics that teens get into. I've taught intellectual freedom, 551. Probably won't teach that very often, but LIS 564, Multicultural Resources for Youth, is probably my favorite course because of the diversity of the backgrounds. Any course that I teach is going to have lots of diversity there, so be prepared for that. Well, we're dog people in our house. This is Oscar. He's 12. Greta's a collie, and she's 12 as well. But yeah, we're dog people. Aren't we, Oscar? What do you think about that?